focus on, I think they have a good chance.
Draft is momentarily about to begin. We'll drop you in there. The second game that they played, LFY versus Vici, by the way, they went with an DP opener.
Okay, so LFY don't have, or they have first pick again. I would be surprised if they ban Razor. They ban Razor at this juncture. I don't think they ban Razor here. I think
leave it open.
Leave it open.
Yeah.
Take it very first overall, and then Vici.
The problem is though, it leaves the Omni Razor core opener.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. Well, Vici might take Omni at that point, but I don't think they ban Razor here. I think Vici definitely banned the Death Prophet, and then you're left with the first phase Razor for LFY, and then after that, you're comfortable with the hero for Super, and then you can proceed normally.
Same bans.
I don't know what they ban out instead, though. Maybe...
Wyvern, perhaps?
Maybe Omni, actually? I think if you take Razor,
yeah, I think that's the one you have to ban, don't you? You have to ban Omni here because you know that Vici are not going to take it, and if you leave it open, they could open the two.
But then Razor's a good matchup versus Omni though in lane. But I think overall the team fight might be a little bit scary. Okay,
yeah, they're going to stick with the
one that you mentioned. So Vici, do they want to ban the Death Prophet here? Now you have to worry. You know that they didn't ban Razor, so you know that they're probably going to get it in this very pick. Or not.
Ooh, now.
But they could.
The Omni Razor is open if they want to dual core this.
Do they want to though? It's kind of.
It's been so successful, it hasn't lost. Every time it's been first two picked, that combination, combined with all sorts of other stuff like the Deucer, has won the game. It lost LFY, the upper bracket. It lost Vici against Newbie in the final game. They're both aware of it. They're going to go for it. Okay, interesting. Now that leaves it the other way now.
Tidehunter's just been super successful though. And then now that I think they should probably pick up the Razor, although maybe someone else might play it. Okay, so this is different. So this is good. They don't feel like they need to rush Super's hero, which is very, very important. I think that was the biggest downfall that they had in the entirety of game number 1.
Be interesting to see over the bans now, Jack, won't it? Do they carry on banning out superheroes? Not superheroes, supers.
I don't think so at this point. I don't think it may not be really like, let's try and stop his entire hero pool. As Ben said, he can't play other heroes. It's just, these three all have something in common, right? They're all kind of like meaty cores that also spearhead your pushes. And heroes that have a bit more survivability in that mid lane where you can't easily gank and rotate or kill them. And that's something that Vici wants to have the option to, usually, to be able to start the snowball for their mid or safe laner. So I don't think they need to keep banning any super heroes here.
Gone for the exact same 4th ban that they did first game. Jack in that first game, they tend to go that way. They do like the beast on it.
Yeah, LFY revealing what is most likely a core again. The Monet playing this, and again, like pretty self-sufficient. It's not too bad against the Tide. It gives you more kill potential than you usually get out of that one position.
It's way more active as one than what they had previously. So, I mean, this definitely makes sense for them. I definitely expected the Razor, though. Especially when the Tide came out, but maybe they're in for more surprises. Could be Puck still. I always like the Puck bench combo. Swap's always pretty nice, although your team fight's still going to be very, very weak versus the Tidehunter. I don't know. I don't think Venge does particularly well in lane Tide. It's not awful, but it's not great. I don't think that's a kill lane. Ogre, Venge versus Tide.
Huge amount of Puck, does he?
Plays some. Enough, I would say.
Enough to be
He's not
competent.
a Puck expert, but he's proficient in the hero.
It is picked up. It's Inflame that plays.
And LFY's team fight already is like not as good as Vici. And they don't have the Deucer to buff up the Ogre. I think Ogre Deucer is just ridiculously good.
So, well, let's ban another superhero.
I think this time it's fine though, because there's not, like, what other mid heroes synergize well with right click and synergize well with Bloodlust? Yeah. There's what, Storm, SF, TA maybe? I do not think he's a TA player, so that leaves
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, and Sniper, of course, which is banned out. So I mean, the options are pretty limited for. But yeah, this is who the draft revolves around. Look at Super.
Face of a man who's been banned out. That's the face of a man who has been docked a month's pay for GGing out early.
And now can't play any of his favorite heroes.
Like, what am I here for? I'm not getting paid and I can't play the heroes I want. Get me out.
Amazing. If that doesn't get turned into a Chinese meme, nothing will this.
And this may open up something like an Undying pick for them. Usually, you don't want to run that into a sniper, but with the sniper gone, again, kind of like another bullying 4 they can run around to win the lanes with. A hero that gives you also like dive potential, and a hero that is not afraid again to go blow for blow with the ogre. I'd say either that or the Sand King are probably pretty good choices for them.
Yeah, a lot of them can play so many. So I think the Undying lose a lot of value when they don't have good ways to like have the fight revolved around a certain place. Like Puck, let's say, like Puck Dream Cold is an example of a spell that can make you fight around the two. So like right now, they can run away. But it would be very, very good in lane. But I think they might want a similar philosophy to last game, especially with the Ogre on the other side. You want 2 heroes that can do whatever they want, doesn't care about the Ogre. Like Bane was able to run around and get bounty runes despite it being Ogre. Usually your supports can't do that. So maybe something along those lines. Thinking is also always just
I mean,
good.
the Spirit's open.
No, Lanham doesn't play Earth Spirit.
No, that's the problem though. But it's open.
Sand King's more their style. Earth Spirit.
Maybe that's where it goes back to what we talked about the first day, Paul. If that, in terms of learning new heroes, if that is an issue here.
LFY's turn to Puck.
We're gonna go for Puck for now. Okay. LFY, by the way, when they've gone this before, they've gone Dazzle.
Dazzle would be fine. I actually think Dazzle's pretty good versus Tide too. Like if you Tides don't get blinked until way later nowadays, and then you can just weave him and actually just do so much damage with the lamp.
I picked Witch Doctor last time. I don't know if they go away from that here, but it's a nice pick from Vici. I think again, having restricted Super's hero pool a bit and taking something else that he played very well in that one game at TI.
I was going to say it's another one, isn't it?
You're probably securing yourself a pretty good matchup with this Puck, and you're not really too worried about the second hero being there to assist either.
Oh, they banned up Doom last time, actually.
Yeah, they did.
And this is a very, very good way to do fight. One of the best. He's, your Infernal Blade's going to do a ton of damage, and Doom does not get dispelled by Kraken Shield. And is also one of Inflame's. Actually became a fan of Inflame after watching his Doom.
That's how Inflame usually wants to play. Like, he just loves to just be in your face and kind of run at the safe laner.
Now you have AoE problems.
This line.
That's very good lineup, I would say. I mean, the Venge, like, it's just really tough picking your 1 position in first phase unless it's Tiny or Gyrocopter, because those fit well in most any lineup. Vengeful is, a little bit more risky, I would say. And now you have problems where no one can kill the CK Illusion, and you have a somewhat limited super pool as your 2 position who has to deal with it. So now you have, there's so many things that you need to consider, and you still need a lot of team fight too. So the problems are somewhat mounting for them. I would say LFY are at the backhand of this draft.
I thought they were going to go something like a Brewmaster, maybe a bit more durable.
The Dispel?
Yeah, as a method of dealing with the CK. But yeah, like there's a reason why teams don't often first phase one or two positions, right? It limits reveals a lot of your hand very early on.
Unless it's Tiny or Gyro, because they're amazing.
Yes.
So Ench is a lane disruptor and can transition pretty nicely. But these lanes are really tough to gank if you're an Ench, right? You have Tidehunter in one lane, very resilient. Puck, very difficult to kill. Like, I don't even know what hero they would possibly combo it with in the mid. It's not Death Prophet to potentially even get a kill on the Puck. And then on the top, you have these 2 super tanky heroes. So I'm actually surprised that they tried to go for this roaming support that can maybe disrupt the lanes very early on. Bringing it back to the next.
I mean, he's had 5 bans and 1 block pick against him in this game.
I would definitely say the Puck's a block pick.
That's outrageous. It really is. That's 6 bans against the poor guy. I mean, leave him alone
So
now.
what else can he play?
Well, he's run out, basically. His top 5 right now are DK, Medusa, Necro, Sniper, and Mirana. Yeah, and then we go DP, Quap, Lycan, Pugna, Lina.
Pugna would be okay. I would actually, but Pugna plus Venge has no synergy. Viper cannot deal with CK Illusion. He will get blown up so fast.
Storm's still open.
Lina might is probably the one I'm leaning towards the most for him. It's not great, but it does
10 seconds remaining.
okay.
What if he goes for the PA again and tries to get clean?
Oh my god, that sounds awful. That sounds atrocious.
Jack's been spamming too much.
I would way rather be.
Jack's been playing too much Dojo.
I could see Lesh working too. Lena Lesh, I would kind of like.
That's been tried, isn't it, before? In that kind of
Dire
lineup.
team pick.
Oh, okay. Natural counter.
Timber's really good
Natural
here.
counter.
Yeah, it owns Tide, it owns CK. I thought we might see this like one-on-one safe lane, perhaps versus the Tide Hunter, but I'm not sure if it's actually going to be put mid this game. I think it does fine versus Puck, but it's not a hero that I expected Super to be able to pick up in this game. But I really like the pick here.
5 seconds
So good.
remaining.
Selection here for Vici. Is it more controls? It's Sand King or Undying?
Undying. Okay. Well, this was what they played in the first game against LFY.
More
in the
strength
group
heroes
stage as well.
though versus Timber. I don't know. I'm not sure about this.
Not sure in what way.
About the Undying. I mean, generally, you just don't want strength heroes versus Timber. Timber just loves any strength hero, I would say. You're completely okay playing against.
You steal stats from each other, right? He cuts you and you take his strength. It's mutually assured destruction.
Jeez. Which way are you going, Jack?
I still like Vici's lineup this game. I feel LFY, again, sometimes they get a little too reactive. This lineup feels a little all over the place to me. It's hard for them to win, for sure, and I'm going to go with Vici.
Vici go with the beef principle. I think they've met some of the criteria, Ben.
I'm going with LFY. I think the Timber pick was completely unexpected for me, and I think it's really good against the lineup that Vici have.
Okay. All right. Our two analysts have switched allegiances in game number 2. If that's the case, then this is 1-1, and we're going to go to a game 3. Let's find out as we head back to the arena with your commentary team.
Thank you very much, Paul and Lacoste. It's happening. We're down to the final game, potentially, if Vici Gaming are able to close this one out and get a ticket against Newbie. What do you think? Do you agree with how are you feeling about the two teams?
Timbersaw is a good pick, but that's their only AoE clear against the CK illusions, and once the CK gets the Blink Dagger up, I don't think he cares too much about the Timbersaw, to be honest. He can actually blow him up if he doesn't have any armor stacks at the beginning of a fight.
Yeah, that's something that we've seen come up a couple of times, and not to mention that, but you've also got the decay there from Undying, which can be a bit of an issue. They can keep the Timbersaw maybe under lock as well with some silences coming out from the Puck. Bane last game was just an absolute terror. But we'll have to see if LFY are able to weather the storm and push this to the third game set in a row for today or not. But early laning stage, things that you want to keep your eyes out for. That Timbersaw last, it's going to be head mid, I think. How do you feel like that matchup works out?
He's going to be against the Puck. Once Timbersaw gets to level 3, it's going to be okay. He's going to be pretty much roamed by Undying. If he doesn't focus on the top lane.
Wow, and you see right here as well, Vici able to secure 3 bounty runes as well for themselves as everybody headed up top, and nobody wants to fight an Undying early.
Yeah, that's why he's Undying, I guess. Well, Jack had a good point. Against the Timbersaw, they steal each other's stats. But the thing is, Inflame's going to be playing that Doom, which he really shines on. I mean, it's an Inflame with the Scorched Earth, so it's Inflame in the flames.
I like it. It's thematically appropriate as Super able to get a first-last hit there with the Quelling Blade, and we'll have to watch and wait and see if he's able to get to level 3 unhampered. As it looks like right now we got Afu sneaking for a bounty, or rather a courier kill. Isn't being sent out as of yet, though, it looks like.
Yeah, it's being sent out now. Well, Ench doesn't do anything for the first 30 seconds before the creep spawn, so that's the only thing she can do.
On mid lane again, a lot of damage coming out there as they're just trading blows, and it looks like Enchantress might be able to find this on the return if they spot it in time. There are creeps there, but Afu not wanting to make that rotation yet. Instead, just gonna farm up, send that Wild Wing Ripper over to the bottom, or top lane rather, where Fenrir is getting a little bit fresh with Inflame.
Can he body block him with the creep?
They're looking for it. Fenrir sticking around, though, is going to be body blocked a little bit, at least slowing him down in his path back towards the safe lane. So far, at least, Afu, he's going to, I feel like, struggle a little bit maybe to make stuff happen around the map. As bottom lane, Tidehunter not going to get hit there. Landham, in fact, is going to show up and able to put some pressure back.
Yeah, they feel like they can kill the bottom lane. Young 11 went for a Gush build with the DK and the Soul Rip. They might actually get a kill if they overextend.
Oh, Lanham in some trouble, getting punched by DDC. The creep's chasing as well. He's going to do some damage. Does pick up the second bounty rune, but just going to get bullied here. They do have wand charges, able to draw first blood. DDC taking down Lanham.
The Orb of Venom kill, huh?
So it's a classic. And top lane, Reality Rifting back in that Wildering Ripper as the golems are coming up as well. He's got two of them here and chasing as well. Are they going to be able to find anything? The 2-second stun leveled out there onto an inflame. But look at the damage coming out as well. Almost bringing down Paparazzi as well as the golem is chasing, but they aren't quite going to be able to chase him down. Breaking the salve. Now slowed down by the enchant as well. They're bringing back in the Bane, looking for the finish here. And they're going to instead send him into the tower so they can break up into two and throw out a couple more shards as they look and trying to take down Fenrir. The Reality Rift back in again. Afu, it's going to fall. There was a cute play, but it wasn't enough. And it looks like that's going to be the end of it, though.
They have 4 creeps, 4 stuns, and a shockwave from Doom, so that's 5 abilities.
A lot of damage, actually, if they want to go for it. And hit one there onto Paparazzi, a second one now as well. Shockwave comes out, but they still lose the Doom. As the little Shard Golems are chasing them down. 3-second cooldown on some of these Shard Golems as they're going to maybe be able to find the kill on a Paparazzi. There's one, there's the second, they find the kill. Afu, Micro God.
Bane didn't, well, he actually could maybe cast a Nightmare there to save him, but cast animation on those golems is really fast.
Well, while all this action has been happening up top, 3-2 so far, it is Puck leading the last hits, albeit by a slow margin, 21-5 as another stun up top, and my goodness, Inflame is just getting the hurt put on him.
Well, I'm thinking about this Ench pick, maybe one of the reasons, if you can now take control over the illusions. You can take CK's illusions and use it against them.
Do you like that? It seems like it's kind of...
Yeah, it seems kind of hard to pull off, but better than nothing, huh?
I guess so. It's a rough go for sure, but maybe it's what LFY need as a Nightmare is used now, and they're bringing in Paparazzi as the Reality Rift. My God, he's gone again. There's a lot of minus armor. And right now, Enchantress going for the 1 in heal and 1 in enchant means no untouchable.
Gonna need to level that up. I mean, there's no right clickers on the side of Vici besides CK, but still.
Does do a lot of damage. Well, Afu comes back up top yet again. He has the Centaur with him. And they're bringing DDC this time as well. A level 3 Ogre who now has gone for the 1-1-1 build. I guess the plus side of this is they are shutting down the CK a little bit in terms of his last hitting, but the kills are kind of making up for it, I guess.
It's hard to dive Paparazzi, especially against the Undying, who has level 2 decay. This is where this hero shines. The more heroes there are, the better the hero is.
Even needed to go for any points in that tombstone yet as Fenrir shows up top here again. A battling lane if I ever saw one. But still, neither team feeling super comfortable making that first move. As far as the rest of this is concerned, still feels like everybody's kind of getting what they want out of the laning phase. Monet and Young 11 trading off fairly even.
They should be careful as well for LFY. Puck is level 6 and has a TP, and that's where the hero shines. Just TP, use that coil.
Oh, they're thinking about getting fresh here as they pull back in one. It's only a 1-second stun, but even still, the damage onto Doom quite significant. They chase, the stun to turn it, and Vici not able to get anything else. They got 2 Centaurs here, but yeah, it doesn't look like they want to try and take that fight yet. Instead, maybe the rotation mid as Currently, Ori is able to get some free farm there. Timbersaw down by the bottom rune.
He's gonna take the Arcane Rune. Has no boots.
Oh my god.
Probably gonna be a dead puck.
Now looking for the timing. Does have another whirling death. Almost dead. Is gonna punch him down. That's what you get for banning all my heroes.
That's a big kill for a Timber. He's already having a good time on the mid. I mean, it's 40 against 40 CS. But with the Arcane Rune and the Bloodlust, what up? He's actually beating the tower.
He's got a lot of good damage there, but up top again, they found themselves the Doom. 2-second stun, not bad at all. Fenrir, Brain Sap, trying to bring him low, but the stun comes in from the Ogre instead, and now maybe they can even think about turning this one. They missed the stomp, though. The range a little bit too far away, and they don't switch over the Nightmare either, so Fenrir able to walk away for the moment. Will have the heal coming in from the Undyne, and now the Brain Sap as well. It's not going to be there in time, so they find the kill.
The double Hadouken plus super rotating as well. They just want to take down this tier 1 tower on top. Puck TP still on cooldown for the next 20 seconds. He's gonna need to run there so he can actually help them out.
Another reality rift back. They find themselves off. 2-second stun. Still no points right now in Untouchable, so they're able to burn him through. And now the Creep's trying to turn this one back around. They bring in the puck as well. Silence onto 2 of them, but it still might not be enough. They find the Fire Blast. They're onto Paparazzi, starting to slow him down, but they're by the shrine. And this might be a bit too much here, as Ori, still having already used that Dream Coil, can't really force them to fight.
Side TP'd, still saving up some points for the Ravage. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Monet actually free farming, now sitting on top of CS chart.
And we've seen Vengeance get kind of out of control in this tournament. If you're able to get enough farm on him, and sort of pump faking the stun there as well. See if they can get Ori a little bit afraid. But it's going to be continued free farm from Monet as mid lane. Fenrir able to keep a hold of this tower and make sure Super can't dive it and just take down the tower.
Timbersaw level 8 with the Hood already finished. He's ready to fight. Has that TP, that Soul Ring to give him that extra strength, extra HP that he needs.
It's a very tanky build, and one of the more common ones that we see, particularly with all the magic damage lineups. Could still run into some issues, I guess, with the CK and the minus armor reduction that you got there.
Yeah, but CK is the only one who deals the right-click damage. Others don't that much. I mean, Puck can deal some, but it's really significant.
This rotation, oh my goodness, Puck getting bullied there for a moment. They dropped down the Tombstone as well. Well, in the meantime, Super needs to call out the chase for Fenrir as the rest of his team is getting dove over there. They find a kill onto Enchantress, and Super now just trying to run away. Vici, make it work. Swap back, find the stun, Tidehunter, getting dove here, in some trouble, and Chakram every damn thing thrown out. He has the Ravage, but doesn't want to use it.
Yeah, we saw today Timbersaw being picked by Tidehunter, but he didn't have enough farm early on to actually contest the Tidehunter. Just because he steals a lot of stats and is tanky enough, he's forcing you to use that Ravage defensively, or either you're gonna die. This time, Super with a Timbersaw might be actually a problem for this Tidehunter.
Yeah, it does feel like they've come up with an answer as the Silence comes out there as well. Inflame not able to get the Doom off, but a bit of a peculiar start. Is 6-5, a 2,000 net worth lead for LFY, and it's mainly off the back of this Timbersaw. He's just moving from lane to lane, taking down towers as he tanks it up for his team, and kind of just playing that Super role.
Yeah, unlike the previous game, they have a Doom as well to counter the Tidehunter as well. There's nothing he can do about it.
That's tough. Well, Ravage is there. If they want to, they can walk in and try and defend this, as rotations could come from the Puck. He doesn't have a TP, but he's walking in instead, off to the side. Does have that coil as well in the mid lane. They are able to take down the Bane, so now Vici now not feeling as confident with this fight. They're going to have to walk away. They swap back in one. It's all gone terribly for Vici. They're almost able to burst through. Or are they going to be able to find a kill? Not quite in time, but still, that tombstone is down. Can they find any kills here on the LFY? Monet trying to run away. He is going to end up falling. In the meantime, Young 11 also in some trouble, though. Ori, seeing if he can clean up on the rest of them, and they are going to be able to make it happen. The silence is there. On to Super, the last one left alive here, as he is going to be gripped and killed off. It works for Vici in the end.
They're gonna shrine up once again. Young 11 with his positioning. The guy is just insanely good on those initiators. Panda, Axe, you name it. Some clutch RPs, even when he plays Void.
And it just looked for a moment there too, like they were going to be able to find this kill onto Ori, but getting the wand off, able to back away, and then Lanham showing up as well, dropping that tombstone. They like sort of focused it, but that meant that they were also going to lose Monet. Rough stuff indeed.
Look at what Puck has queued up. No blink dagger, just straight day gun. What?
Ori wants to kill some people, man. He's about it. Now, speaking of killing people, he's gonna orb away from there and looks to make his escape unless there's the swap to pull back in the magic missile. The sleep comes from Fenrir trying to keep his buddy alive. They do have an orb back up in a second. Is gonna be able to walk away yet again. The rotation in for Paparazzi. They find the kill.
Wow, double kill. That's actually 5 kills when they tried to go for a Puck 2 times. Clutch save from Fenrir there, just buying enough time for him to actually have his spells off the cooldown.
I feel like we need to be talking about Ori a little bit more. This guy, like the quad play in the last game, constantly getting away from the rotations on him here on the Puck. I mean, granted, he's playing elusive heroes, but he's playing it well.
Yeah, indeed. I called it out. Once again, no taunt on the Puck, but still, the guy's making some serious jukes and taunting the enemy team with it.
Well, taking a look at the net worth now, it is still LFY favored, albeit by a smaller margin than it was before. And as far as the game goes, they still don't really have an answer for the CK, do they? Or do you think the Timbersaw is enough of an answer?
There is an answer coming out from Doom, building towards Crimson Guard, which might be the answer against all that physical damage.
Okay. That could be kind of cool. And I guess that it's sort of that big AoE helping them out and grouping together 5-man. LFY, they've been able to take down most of the towers. Tier 2 on the bottom is gone. Do you expect them to try and like keep this push mentality around the Timbersaw?
They might want to try to force a fight on mid. DK Reality Rift is down for 40 seconds. It's hard to push into Ravage. I mean, Timbersaw is not that farmed yet. He still needs a lot of gold. What does he need? Like 2k gold to finish the item.
And I guess also getting into that later talent as well, the 5 reactive armor stacks, which can help keep him even more survivable.
What about he gets 100 damage with a Bloodlust and Vengeance Aura?
Hey, man.
Just kidding, it's a pretty shitty talent. No. I talked to Ben about it, asked him what would the number need to be so you can actually pick the talent. He said 250. Oh, 250 is always the answer.
Absolutely. Super again, getting gone on mid. They have the tombstone down, and the grip is there as well. He's low, but not low enough. Never mind. The Ravage comes out, silenced, and killed off as well. Now Inflame trying to run away as well as Monet, but they pull him back in, starting to swap away. He doesn't want to be there anymore, but he's able to walk away as well. It looks like everybody from LFY is getting ran down. The 3 cores are gone, and DDC also not long for this world. Vici Gaming are just too freaking good.
The way they play around the cooldowns, Young 11 once again with some big AoE Ravage. I don't know, man. That guy is just this. Can I say that I'm a big fan of him?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, because I am.
Well, your buddy you're a big fan of might end up going down unless he gets away just barely again on absolutely nothing. And LFY, they just want to find a kill, but they're not even going to get Fenrir. And the patented blink build again coming out, but you can see this replay. Ooh, man. That was a dead super.
Fenrir once again, look at the replay. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the grip to set it up.
Yeah, even in the previous game, he had a couple of 4 to 5 seconds grips.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, it's definitely looked quite good. And, well, 7-14 is the score. 16 minutes in. It's a 1,000 net worth lead, but this is, again, the type of lineup where it feels like CK could potentially get out of control unless LFY find the answers soon. Not sure if it's coming quick enough.
Yeah. Okay. Puck ulti committed on mid lane. They have a grip.
Again, found him. There's the Fire Blast. Try and turn it, but Super already so low. Gonna die yet again. DDC trying to escape, but it's everybody here on top of him. And that Ogre is gone.
They took down the, what, the 1, 2, 4 towers. And that's why the advantage is not that big for Vici Gaming, only 1k, even less than 1k. The problem is that they have an Ogre who's pretty much a bloodlust at this moment, and you have an Ench who doesn't scale well, is not farmed at all, doesn't have that Midas for a late game. She hit level 6 15 minutes, and you really don't feel the influence, the damage coming out from Impetus.
Yeah, and I mean, if you take a look at the net worth graph as well, and the way that the last couple minutes have gone here, it's just basically been win after win for Vici. Everything for the past 5 minutes is all coming up on their side, and nothing really is going the way of LFY, with the exception of that 1 kill on the tower by the Timbersaw. So a really, really rough game so far for them, just basically over the past couple minutes, and it's not looking like it's going to slow down now.
Yeah, this might be the play to come back, at least try the team fight, sneak into the Roche Pit with the Vengeance Aura being level 4, plus some minus armor from Medallion, but Puck scouts it out. He doesn't have any mana though.
Oh no. Well, and Super left alone, away from the rest of his team, just dropped. And now Vici, if they want it, they're gonna Reality Rift in DDC as well. The Crimson Guard, it's something, but is it even gonna be enough? It looks like the answer is no. Ori on a killing spree.
Oh, there's a Region Rune on top as well for that
Man.
Puck. Whoa, that's gonna be huge.
Now they can move in and take down Roshan for themselves if they wanted. It just goes from bad to worse. It's terrible.
Tombstone plus illusions don't disappear anymore on Roche. They deal 80% less damage, but still you can tank up with it.
Oh no, and Ravage just right on top of Inflame. They pull back in the Doom. He is gone. Monet also gripped from the other side of the mountain. That's going to be a pullback in, a kill again.
GG is called. 18 minutes in.
18 minutes in. They've had enough. Pack it up, guys. We're done.
Wow.
Dire victory.
Wow, that was quick.
I mean, previously they were in a little bit of trouble as well for the GG out, but I think this one's somewhat warranted. And Vici gonna have themselves a date in the grand finals with Newbie, a rematch of the upper bracket finals. What the hell?
I'm kind of stunned. I didn't expect them to GG